Hello,
yes.
everyone. We're doing our live stream. We are playing 1,000-Year-Old Vampire, a game where you live out the life of an ancient vampire, and you have its many adventures, and you forget many things throughout it. Stu Jackson is now watching. Stu Jackson.
Okay,
Hello,
we can relax now.
We
Stu
can
Jackson is watching.
It started now. I'm alrealready missing the game that we played with Stu. I had so much fun playing. I can't wait for those episodes to come out on Tales from the 20 side. Me and James's characters were so much fun in that. I'm considering
you two are on it. Yeah, no one else.
No, he only wanted the 18. He was very specific about that. But there's Scott's on Power Word Roll this week, so you can, if you want some more Danger Club being anybody's. I think that is the rule: is we will go on anyone's show.
This is true.
Game for us, we will do it. There was a lovely chat on the Discord recently. There was a lovely chat on the Discord recently about people sharing how they found the podcast and how they came to be Dangerlings. And so many of them started with Dan and Ross turned up at a game I was running and played a game and they fly at us.
Yeah. Always working.
That's what we were doing most of last year, turning up games and making friends. So
that game that we played with Scott was really good. That Starfinder game where we were I did the ship combat and stuff. That was cool.
Amazing.
And then the Starfinder one where we did the big one.
The finale of season 1 of Starfinder Society.
That was really cool.
And I love that it came down to you on the phone to a god having to answer, and you had to answer questions based on the story so far, and it was our third ever game of Starfinder. I had no idea what the story was. We really got everyone killed. It was just,
of course, that's
experienced players being just give us the phone.
Yeah, I mean that's normal Danger Club, really, isn't it?
It was tremendous. I loved it. I can't wait. I'm thinking about signing up to some Gen Con games because Gen Con's online this year. And I didn't do it at PaizoCon because we did the live show and was so wrapped up in doing the live show that I didn't actually play any games. I really regret doing that. So I'm considering rolling up a PFS character and just doing a bunch of games over that weekend. That'd be really fun. But what we're playing now, hey Chris, talking of Gen Con, should have been my Gen Con buddy Chris. We should have been going there together, but that's fine. We'll play games together soon. Let's now play some. Let's go play some 1,000-Year-Old Vampire. Let's remember where we were at. So we went through all the stuff we forgot. We forgot Candace. Candace died. Candace died before ever appearing in the story, didn't she? We created her, and then the timeline moved on 100 years, and she died of old age. That's so good. Right. So our first memory. This is the oldest thing that Manson Von Crisps can remember. He can remember Stu Jackson gently wafting us while we practiced throwing crisps. And that his whole family. Oh yeah, so his
family served us for years and tells the tales of all the nights he wafted before.
Yeah.
And then one day as he wafts, we leapt upon him with a sharpened horseshoe and scooped his eyes out. Disgusting. And
then we hypnotized his descendant. This is hundreds of years later. This is This is we're into the 1400s now, I think. So
we hypnotized Stu Jackson's descendants into forming a cult dedicated to wafting for eternity. They burned the bones of Old Stinky, which was a horse that we can't remember, but it's just a horse, and consumes the essence of that horse.
I really thought that Old Stinky the horse would be a bigger plot point than he turned out to be.
Then the other memory we have is Anne Widdecombe lured me by pretending to be a beautiful woman as I collected Mud, she turned my head backward, but I didn't die.
Oh my goodness! That's how we turn. Oh yes, the entire time Manson Von Crisps has a backward head.
Yeah.
We forgot about that. And
then during this 100 years, well, actually, at the beginning of this story, I think this is the start of it, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, this is as soon as we became a vampire.
So Anthony the Mummy imprisoned us for 100 years. So back in whatever 1292 or whatever it was, he imprisoned us for 100 years in a toilet cubicle, and we escaped by challenging to a vegetable recognizing competition and stole his bandages. Also, we learned that humans are trash. In order to hide from Anthony, we built a mud hut connected to the first one. It was lovely.
We started with a mud hut, didn't it? So
and then we became obsessed with the art of mud huts and built an entire apartment complex with a mud gym and a mud pool. So that was our sort of like, that's actually the sort of first, actually the Anne Widdecombe and that one is probably the first memory we remember.
I'm surprised that we remember Anne Widdecombe.
Yeah.
I feel Anne Widdecombe and Stu are on the verge, but I want to keep remembering Stu. I like that he's part of our lineage. All right, then we got so we've been imprisoned. Oh yes, the Ballad of Matt Letty.
Yeah,
Matt, this is your moment.
Nice. So yeah, whilst we were owning our own mud hut complex of apartments, we hired a man called Matt Letty to work on the tiki bar made of mud. But after he put mud in the drinks, we bring him into the office, the mud office, and there is a confrontation, and we pushed him down the mud stairs, and his body pushed his body into the pit of spoons, which we forgot about. Oh no, we've used already, I think. We may had a pit of spoons, rusty spoons. The Mud Housing Association came to inspect the apartments, only to find the body of Matt. I use my knowledge of mud huts to convince them that Matt is a piece of art. I sell Matt to John in order to get rid of the evidence. And then the last memory we have is the memory of the confusing death of John Cena. So we've forgotten about Chris Marsh, haven't we?
Yeah, we've forgotten. We forgot Chris Marsh. We've forgotten Chris Marsh is still out there trying to kill us and sending his minions against us, but we don't remember why or who he is. So people just keep turning up.
Yeah. And one of those people was John Cena. He came to kill us on Chris Marsh's orders, but we don't remember, and we killed him. And then Chris Marsh convinced John Abner to betray me by giving him a stacked up beetroot sculpture. John Abner was a shady art dealer that we got some art from. And then John tried to attack us with a vegetable hat, but we told him that we can give him better art, and we think, and he thought about it, and then we hit him over the head with a whatever, and pushed him in the pit of spoons. And then we fled to Denmark, and that is where we start our journey today. Yeah. And that's where we started.
We're beginning our story in Denmark. I would say Chris Marsh and John Abner are old mates of mine from back when we used to go LARPing in Kent, before we all moved different places. And that is only slightly less ridiculous than some of the stories, some of our own adventures. That is entirely on brand. So let's pick up with Manson Von Crisps. Is he a count? We're not a count yet, are we? We need to become a count at some point, I think. So Manson Von Crisps, the former knight, who has been betrayed by John Abner and has lost a lot of his. So what resources do we steal? So what skills? So we have horse seduction, shame. Is shame a skill?
Shame.
And hypnosis. Like, we don't have a lot of very good skills there.
Nope. And once they're out,
we start.
We finished, don't we?
No. If you can't lose a skill, you lose a resource. If you can't lose a resource, you lose the skill. If you can't lose either, If you out of both, then you die. So we
Vampires
still have
can't die though, can they?
No,
I guess they
vampires
can
die
actually. You can.
somehow. So we still have the pit of spoons. We still have the house made of mud. We've got some evil bandages. We've got a second mud hut, and we've got the cult of Stu Jackson. So I guess the cult of Stu Jackson has brought both our mud huts and all of our rusty spoons to Denmark and set them back up. How much do you know about Denmark, Ross?
Yeah, loads.
Excellent. This is going to be good then. Well,
Yeah, definitely all accurate. Okay, all accurate.
how many characters? We have no mortal characters left. We've got Immortal Chris Marsh, the beetroot seller
Ooh.
who fears cabbage. We've got Anne Widdecombe, who is a half fawn and is still alive.
Oh yeah.
And we've got Anthony the Mummy, who's been pretty quiet since enslaving us for 100 years. He's not really resurfaced.
No.
Maybe he's gone. We'll find out. Let's go to let's see what happens next. So to do it, we roll a d10, and then we subtract a d6 from it. Have you got some dice ready to?
I've already done it.
All
It's
right.
2 on the D10 and 4 on the D6, so 0.
A 0. So 0 means we stay on the same passage we were on, and we jump down to the next bit. So. So this was. These are allies of John. John Cena was the monster hunter, wasn't he?
He was.
Okay. The hunters are persistent, capable, and well informed. They know things about you that you don't. Create a mark that is revealed in a confrontation. You are driven into hiding in an unpeopled wasteland. Lose any stationary resources. Learn a new skill related to your desolate region. What new name comes to you in this loneliness? Oh wow, that's a lot of stuff. So John Cena's dead.
Yeah.
It's Chris Marsh's minions have fleeing to Denmark is not enough. I think we've had to flee far into the wilderness.
Yeah. I think so too.
So, I mean, the first thing we do is we lose all of our stationary resources, which is pretty bad because that's our pit full of rusty spoons, which I'll be honest,
No.
right? That was one of my favorites. I love the pit of rusty spoons. I can't remember how we do strike through on this. I think we had to do it up here, didn't we?
Damn rusty spoons.
I know. There we go. Change that screen share. There we go. We've lost the rusty spoons. We've lost the house made of mud.
No.
We keep the bandages.
Yeah.
We lost.
Oh.
We've lost the other house made of mud.
Please don't tell me we lose the cult of Stu Jackson.
I think we might. No, I don't think we do actually. No, Cult of Stu Jackson. That's a. The Cult of Stu Jackson is a movable resource. We can take the cult with us. So we've still got the Cult of Stu Jackson, and we've still got evil bandages that strangle people when they get close.
Yeah. Cool.
You'd think they were mobile. I don't know. I feel, Chris. I feel that we're clutching here. Chris says that they're mobile because we took them to Denmark, but I mean, this sounds serious. I don't think we can take him into the wilderness.
Yeah.
So, the cult must be so happy. They've just lugged 2 houses,
Yeah.
a load of spoons to Denmark, and then we were like, "Thanks, guys," and just
Yeah.
got into the tundra.
Live your own lives. Goodbye.
But also come with me.
Yeah.
So what skill? Oh, Matt Letty has a good skill for us.
Yeah.
Building a mech suit.
Building a mech suit out of twigs.
Building a mech out of twigs.
Very nice.
Very nice. That is okay.
Another. How many do we need?
So, let's see what else happens.
Okay.
We've got to create a mark,
Yeah.
and we find a new name, but that'll probably be in the memory.
Okay.
So let's create another mark. So we've already got a back to front head. So let's get an idea of what happens. So these are allies of Chris and John Cena.
Of course.
So
pesky John Cena.
So let's see. It's what shall our new mark be? Let's have a think about that while we start getting our memory together. I think this is a new. Actually, do you think this is a new memory, or is this the final chapter of Chris Marsh's latest assault on us? He sends John Cena, then he sends John Abnett, and then he sends a load of other people.
I think. Let's say that it's our. Then he sends a load. Let's say that this is his final.
Cool. So this is the last part of it.
Yeah.
See, it's mysterious enemy now because we don't know it's Chris.
Yeah.
So what does he send after us that chases us away from Denmark? So we're happily settled in Denmark, and then he sends something after us. What do you reckon Chris Marsh sends to?
I would say a army of jelly babies, animated jelly babies.
Nice.
Animated jelly babies. Because as we all know, jelly babies suck. Come at me, jelly babies.
Oh, I'm with you, man. I'm not down with jelly babies. I'm not a fan of jelly babies. Sour Patch Kids. Are they jelly babies? I like Sour Patch Kids.
I don't know. Are they American?
Yeah, but you can get them in Sainsbury's now.
Yeah. John Cena, then John Abnett. John Hamm.
Jon Snow. And Jon Snow. Or Panto villains. Let's do all of them.
No, but as jelly babies.
As jelly babies. Okay.
Sends famous Johns, including John Abnett. John Hamm, sorry. Matt Letty said they're both great jelly babies and Cabbage Patch Kids, or whatever the hell you said.
I don't know, man. I was always a fruit gums guy when I was growing up.
Yeah.
But jelly babies are too soft. I didn't like fruit pastels either. I don't like anything that's like I want some
Wine gums were good.
I don't know about wine gums. They were cool. They were fun to eat when you're a kid because you're like, oh, I'm having wine. Right. So an army of famous Johns, including John Hamm and both Jon Snows. They're also animated jelly babies.
Just as Panto villains.
There we go. They're all in there.
Cool. They chase me from the mud palace and I burn it to the ground. I am forced to flee into the frozen tundra. Matt Letty said his opinion of you is going down.
Oh, come on, man. Unbelievable.
Your love of sweets has made Matt Letty
I've got
angry.
great taste in sweets. My wife was complimenting me on my process of thinking for food earlier on, where I decided I want some banana bread. So I walked to the box the banana bread was in, took out some banana bread, and then walked across the flat just holding it, and then got a plate, and then put the banana bread on the plate. Like, not how plates work. You're supposed to take the plate to the box, or the box to the plate, not just walk around with cake. Very good.
You just wanted the whole thing, didn't you?
Yeah, I wanted all of it. Forced to flee in the sun and fight them off.
Candice is here.
Hey, Candice.
You haven't missed much, Candice, or anyone who has joined us. We fled to, was it Norway or Denmark?
Denmark.
Denmark. We fled to Denmark, and then we were set upon by some mysterious Johns. John Ham, John Simmons. Jon Snow, and the other Jon Snow from the famous HBO series. There were animated jelly babies dressed as panto villains, and then we were forced to leave and go into the tundra.
For the sake of dear James Lockhart, I'm changing it to all three Jon Snows, because we're forgetting Jon Snow, the famous scientist that there's a pub named after, who is James is a descendant of.
Is he?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
The guy.
The apple fell very far from the tree. In that.
I believe Jon Snow
James.
discovered that dysentery was carried by water. I think that's what he is most famous for. And also for being one of the many Johns sent to hound. However, these are animated jelly babies dressed as panto villains.
Cool.
Shall
I roll?
Tundra. We fought them off with the aid of a mech made of twigs that we built, but we need to receive a mark in the process. We need to get something that scars us, or something weird that affects us. So, what weird thing is gonna?
Maybe that they turned.
Cholera. That was it. I think it was cholera.
Yes.
Not dysentery.
Of course, the cholera guy, right?
The cholera guy. So what's going to be what's the lasting thing that we're going to carry away with us from
cholera?
Cholera. However, I permanently have cholera.
Yeah. What's the things after you have cholera? What do you get? Is it do you have
I mean, usually dead.
Yeah, I know that. I don't know, but yeah, just say we permanently have a strain of cholera that does not kill us.
Well, it can't kill us because we're a vampire.
Yeah. But you've always got it.
Yeah, so we have permanent cholera, so we've got a bit of a cough. Chris Duffy's watching. Hey, Chris.
Duffers?
Missed you, man.
The Duffmeister.
I tell you
All
what,
right.
Duffy, I haven't seen you since we were sitting in a green room together, and you.
Matt Letty said forced to
be
stay
over
as...
in a few weeks.
Matt said forced to stay dressed as Captain Hook.
Oh, that's better. That's better.
Yeah.
However, I now must.
Amazing. Right.
So Tim Hutchings, who designed this game, retweeted us. So he knows that we've done this live stream. So there is a chance he may watch one of these videos. And
What does he know?
Yeah, he checked it out on Twitter.
Nice.
Or he liked it. So he knows we've done stuff on it. And I do wonder what he'd think of his incredibly... Because you can play this really seriously and it becomes really dark and brilliant.
Yeah.
But I do wonder what he'd think of permanently dressed.
Duffers, we're not going to explain to you the whole game premise. It's basically a game where you play a 1,000-year-old vampire, and you go on a journey, and you go for a little create your own adventure kind of thing. So there you go. There's a sum up.
So that was a. We're basically going to be rolling dice and reacting to story prompts. That was quite a big. That was a huge thing to get us started. We've only just arrived in Denmark, and
all right. Shall I roll dice?
Roll some dice.
5 and 1, so 4.
4. So we are going ahead. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. There is a great shift in the way society moves goods. How does this work to your advantage? Check a skill, create a new skill based on a memory. So we've been hiding out in the tundra, it seems, for a long time with our twig mech, dressed as Captain Hook. And in that time, technology has moved on. The world has moved on. So I'm guessing that... I'm guessing we're quite a long way ahead now. So it's probably like... Are we into the age of sail now, do you reckon? There's like sailing ships everywhere. So we've emerged from the tundra in like 1492 or so, like something like that.
Yeah.
And now there's sailboats everywhere.
Okay. So we emerged from the tundra after however long. Mm-hmm. How long was it?
It's 90 years or something.
Yeah, and we see ships over in the distance in the waters, and we're like, "What the hell is that?" And we climb aboard.
So we are going to have to forget a memory.
I think it will probably have to be the way we became a vampire.
Yeah, I think Anne Widdecombe's not super exciting.
We still remember Stu Jackson.
We don't remember Candace.
Yeah, and Chris Marr said we are indeed dressed appropriately for the age of sail. So.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to call
Maybe we created it.
I'm going to call this Setting Sail.
I can't believe we created the age of sail.
This is perfect.
Bye, Chris.
This is tremendous. You did forget the leggings check, Matt. Today, I'm not getting any better at that, am I? So today I'm wearing my...
So elegant.
Today I'm wearing black PVC leggings because I'm running low on colourful ones. And let me tell you, they are warm. They are very sticky.
Enjoy getting them off later.
Yep. That's gonna be. I should have borrowed some talc from Drummond, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
So settings.
Oh yeah, I got loads of talc, man. I got pure leather. I got everything, man. Baby powder, whatever you need, I got it. Yeah.
If you any Dangerlings ever need some talc, always see Drum. Just give him a message on Facebook, and I'd love for people to just randomly message him now and just go, "Do you have any talcum powder that I could borrow?"
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Setting sail. We emerge from the wilderness after 90 years.
We don't gain a resource, so
a boat.
We don't get the boat, so maybe we enlist on the boat.
Okay, a job, a sailor's job.
We enlist on a ship. Which skill do we use to get onto the ship then? So force seduction, shame, treating humans like cattle, hypnosis, or building mechs out of twigs.
I would say using humans as cattle. We just start talking to people like they're cattle, and then the captain's like, "I like this guy. I want him on my ship."
Okay.
We're just like, "Come on now, put that rigging down. Come on."
Nice.
Come on.
Cool. And since we are entering the age of sail, I'm very happy to get humans or cattle off the menu because there's some real dark places that could go, which we're not going to take it in. So we enlist on a cargo ship.
by blending in and ordering the ship's crew around. The captain likes our brazenness and hires us upon the crew, because that's, as we know, how you get on board a ship is you just order men around. And
at the moment we're dressed as Captain Hook with a back to front head.
Are all our like clothes back to front, or do we just keep them the same way?
I think that's up to us. I think we probably wear all our clothes backwards and effectively walk backwards all the time to try and cover it up. Do you remember the Raggy Dolls?
Yes.
Great show. Back to front from the Raggy Dolls. Captain takes a liking to us and makes us his first mate, and then we gain a skill based on this. So what new skill have we gained?
Ship knots.
Just not specifically ship knots.
You've gone a bit weird there, Dan. I think it'll
All right.
probably take a second to get back.
So
Hold on.
are we talking specifically specifically ship knots? Okay.
There you go.
Not-
You're back now.
Not any other kind of knot. Just knots for ships. Okay. Oh, I know. I'm gonna take this off the Wi-Fi. That'll help. That'll help the signal.
All right, yeah, I can hear you now.
Cool.
Yes, just ship knots.
Just ship knots. Okay.
Not,
all right.
not slip knots. Not shit knots. Ship knots.
Ship knots. Good to know. So we have. All right. So we've now. And it's now 1492. And we've been listed on a cargo ship, become the first mate, and become really good at tying knots. What happens next? Give us a dice.
Okay. That's 10 and 2, so 8.
8. Whoa, rocketing through. 1, 2,
Do you know, just to let you know, Dangerlings,
5, 6.
that we have been commissioned by HBO to come up with a new sort of like vampire sort of themed show, and the writers just said, you know what, just go do whatever you want. So you may see this on HBO in a couple of years.
Oh, I think it's a sure thing.
It's gonna. Who would our vampire? Well, that's another thing we've got to cast our vampire as. I'm gonna say Sean Bean, because I love Sean Bean.
You accidentally create a vampire through sloppy feeding. Create an immortal character from an existing mortal character. We have no mortal character, so we're going to have to choose. We're going to have to create a mortal character and then make them immortal. Why do you not destroy them? Check a skill. So, who are we going to create while we're at sea? Who do we accidentally turn into a what kind of vampire do we make?
The ship's cook.
The ship's cook. Okay.
Named.
Duffy?
Yeah, I mean, he's not watching, but yeah.
Is he gone?
Yeah. He had baby issues. So I'd say, yeah, let's do Duffy. Duffy, the ship's cook.
Okay.
After we see we see what he's making, and even though we don't find sustenance from real food, we start to salivate and go in to try and bite the chicken that is on this table, but the Duffy accidentally moves forward, and then we bite his neck.
Tremendous. This is.
Because that's how I, often when my mother cooks, I salivate and accidentally end up biting her. Well, that sounds weird.
It did. It did sound weird.
There you go. You're welcome. You're welcome, Internet.
That's out there now, man.
Yeah.
That's, That's on the interwebs. Why don't we kill him? Since we've accidentally turned him into a vampire, why do we not then kill this roguish?
Because he's actually quite good looking.
He's just so handsome.
Yeah. Well, what do you think?
That's good. I like it.
He's just so handsome that we just don't want to kill him, you know? And he's played by... who's a handsome man? Give us an example of a handsome man, Dangerlings. Cool.
Madness.
You can keep that blank until someone says. But, yeah.
Okay.
And then what do we do? Roll again?
Right. It looks. Oh, we have to cross it. We have to check a skill. So what skill are we? What skill do we lose? What skill do we use in the course of this?
Okay, yeah. Sean Bean. He looks like Sean Bean.
Looks like Sean Bean. I feel like the skill we've used in this case is probably shame.
Yeah. Shame.
We are ashamed, but we cannot bring ourselves to kill Duffy the cook, who looks like Sean Bean. And so now Sean Bean is Duffy / Sean Bean is out there. Right, roll again. Let's keep this. Let's see what happens.
2 minus 4.
So it's a 0.
Yeah.
Okay, Duffy the immortal lurks on the fringes of our existence. They become an embodiment of one of your least savory skills. How do they act when your paths cross? What disturbing gifts do they give you? Create a resource that we get given. So we meet Duffy again a little way down the road. Maybe when we get to where are we going? Where are we in late 1400s? You know, I mean, America's just been discovered. Europeans have just arrived in America.
All right, let's go
Maybe
to
we're
America.
a colonist and we meet Duffy in the colonies. But
Yeah.
he's become an embodiment of one of our skills, which could be horse seduction, hypnosis, building mechs out of twigs, or ship knots.
I mean, Chris Marsh just said, I love that horse seduction is still a skill. So maybe
Still
we
there.
should... I don't mind. Either that or maybe hypnosis. Like he's the world's greatest vampire hypnosis.
Oh, wow. He is a handsome vampire who looks like
Sean Bean. Busted.
If you haven't watched the YouTube video of Sean Bean in various stages of his career, just saying "bastard" over and over again in what was it, Sharp?
Yeah.
The amount of times he says "bastard" in Sharp is ridiculous.
So he brings us a disturbing gift. What does he bring us, Dangerlings? Well, tell us what the hypnotic Duffy the Sean Bean looking cook. I'm going to change that salivating because that's annoying me. What does he bring us?
No one said anything yet. I'll let you know when someone does.
Okay.
West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country road. Oh, yeah. Okay, so there's two. He gives us two things.
Okay.
A statuette of yourself made of earwax.
Okay.
And also Candace's remains. Which is weird because he's never met Candace. I can't wait for Candace to see that and go, thanks, Anthony. And are we going to find out that he's like a long lost relative of like Candace?
I like the Candace one. I'm sorry, Chris. We're doing it.
We'll use the earwax one.
Okay,
later.
that can be our next one.
Yeah. The bones of Candace.
Where on earth did he find them?
Yeah, he's got them. He had them all the way from. Wait, we weren't even in in Denmark, were we?
We joined. We appeared out. We were in Denmark for a bit. But we kind of came out of the.
Mm.
We kind of came out of the tundra, and then joined a sailing vessel. And then joined a sailing ship.
Okay, are we rolling?
Yep.
9 minus 4.
Okay, 5. So we're going backwards 5 places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uh-oh. This doesn't sound good. None of them are good. It's not that kind of game. You are trapped outside when the sun rises and takes shelter in a place you're not supposed to be. A child discovers and befriends you. Create a mortal child character and record a humanizing experience. So we met a child. So
Okay.
So we meet a child somewhere in the new world. Oh,
Yeah.
Finally got a mortal. We've had immortals for so long. Who is the child?
Chris said, do we even still remember Candace's character? We don't,
No.
I don't think.
No,
Yeah,
we
so
have no
he's
idea.
just he's brought us the bones of some random person.
He just dumped these bones on us.
Yeah. Okay. The boy is called Little Timmy.
Little Timmy. Tell us about Little Timmy, Ross.
Little Timmy is a orphan, and he was begging out on the street when we were walking down one of the newly built towns in Virginia, and asked for some money, and we boarded him. Actually, we said we'd give you a house and some food.
Oh, nice. Okay, so we are still also being followed by the cult of Stu Jackson. Let's not forget that. We've still got all of Stu Jackson's descendants following us.
Is this the last memory of setting sail?
No, it's a new memory.
Oh, okay.
So we forget something. So what are we going to forget?
I think the confusing death of... Oh, wait, what else is there?
So we could forget the time we were imprisoned by the mummy. We could forget Stu Jackson, but I want to keep Stu Jackson.
Should we get rid of the mummy?
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Oh, not Matt Letty. Let's not forget Matt Letty for now. So we've forgotten that time we were imprisoned by a mummy. The mummy's still out there somewhere.
Yeah.
And so we're beginning a new chapter in our story, a new memory. Call it new friends.
Chris Marsh said, I hope you like mud, kid, because boy, do I have a house for you.
I'm trapped outside by the rising sun. Maybe like Duffy did some like regression therapy on us to learn about Candace, but I like just the image of being like, thanks.
Yeah.
I'll put this right here.
Yeah.
I'm trapped outside by the rising sun because what would we do? Why were we up so late? Stayed up too late.
I think you pick. You do something.
Thinking about what are we thinking about? Thinking about Mud Hut.
Mud Hut.
The Christmas special. Teach me what Christmas is.
Chris said we should have been at a rave. And lost
Nice,
track of
yeah.
time.
A rave, a rave in the early days of colonial America.
Yeah, in Virginia.
This will end badly.
Yeah, of course it will. It wouldn't be the Danger Club if it didn't.
Just go back to the rave. Go back in the club, mate. There's no. All right. So we've got little Timmy. How are we doing on time? We're doing all right.
Yeah.
Go a bit longer. Come on, let's roll again. Let's get this
All right.
rolling.
9 again. 2.
9, 8, 7. We're going backwards again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So basically, you in this game, if you roll an odd number, you go backwards. If you roll an even number, you go forwards.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it works. So we've already been on 14. So we go to the next one there. You were born in a time and place much different than those you find yourself in now. What values must you set aside to survive in this strange world? Create an appropriate skill based on your most recent memory. What new name have you recently adopted?
So we've basically adopted a new life here.
Yeah, we've started a new life with Timmy. So we get a new skill based on our previous interaction with little Timmy, where he taught us what Christmas was. And we now have a new name. So, right. So let's see what's our new skill based on our newfound love of people and Christmas.
The gift of giving.
Gift of giving. This is like our little happy time.
With a thankful heart and an endless joy. Do beast to me. Name that film. See, Dan doesn't know what film that's from. Big Timmy is what our name is now.
Yes. Very nice. Okay, so we are now called Big Timmy. We celebrate Christmas every day with little Timmy. And what's our new skill? Is it something Christmas based? We can still build mechs out of twigs. We still remember how to do that.
Bauble making.
Nice. That was a nice one. That was cute.
Yeah.
So we're now living in we're living in sort of Tudor restoration times, but we're living in America, and I don't know anything about American history, so I'm off the grid. I was like, historical game, that'll be great. I'll know lots of stuff. I'll be able to throw in little historical tidbits, and then as soon as sailing is invented, it's off to America, out of my comfort zone. All right, let's roll again.
5, 2, 4, 3.
3. 1, 2, 3. How do you find solace from the raging hunger within you? Lose one checked or unchecked skill. So we actually lose a skill. We delete one of our skills. Completely forget it.
Should we horse seduction?
You want to lose horse seduction?
Yeah.
All right.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time. It's been hundreds of years since we last used a horse. I feel like this memory is I know it's not technically it, but I feel this memory is still part of the same memory because we're coming to terms with the beast inside.
Yeah.
Okay. So Timmy has taught us to love and taught us about Christmas, and we've stopped seducing horses. Let's do another one.
0.
Okay. That's no good. You discover an internal focus which lets you maintain control over your vampire self. Lose a violent memory and take the skill I control the beast and rewrite any unchecked skill as something new. What new name do you take to distance yourself from what you once were? How is your name symbolic? Okay, so we've got a new name again. We've renamed ourselves. We've become a man of peace. So we're going to lose. We have to lose a memory.
Violent memory.
A violent memory.
I guess the killing of John Abnett, the confusing death of John Cena.
Well, John Cena and John Abnett both end up dead. I mean, Stu Jackson gets stabbed in the eye, but never forget Stu Jackson.
Chris Marsh said, roughly what year are we in?
I feel like we're in the sort of 1500s now, somewhere like that.
Yeah.
Because we came here in probably in the we're probably in the late 1500s, I reckon. So if we were in England, we'd be getting into sort of we'd be sort of English Civil War.
Yeah.
That's 1600s. My history's terrible.
That's all right. Let's get rid of the Ballad of Matt Letty.
Okay, so we've forgotten. We've put that aside. We've put aside that time we killed Matt Letty, our mud hut. We're rapidly forgetting about our mud huts. Our mud huts are slipping away from us.
Yeah.
And we get to rewrite. We get to rewrite a skill.
Hypnosis. I think he's going to stop trying to. If he's trying to be a different person.
Okay.
He surely wants to get.
So we get control of the beast, and we can change hypnosis. What are we going to change it to? Something positive.
Bread making.
Not baking. That's the key.
No, just bread.
We're only good at
can't
bread.
bake anything else. Just bread. You know where this is going, right? He's going to burn down the entire town, and it's going to be like the Great Fire of London.
It ends with Timmy and a loaf of bread. I can tell you that. I know how this game will go. Okay, so So I think I become Timmy and I move to a new town and I become a baker.
Nice.
So we change our name again within a few days from Big Timmy,
Middle Timmy.
Middle Timmy.
Okay, let me roll. While you're doing that.
This is a really lovely. Look at that. That's a really lovely time. I think everything's fine now.
It's 0 again.
It's 0 again.
Please say you change your name again.
Oh no! Oh no, Ross!
Kill a mortal character, isn't it?
Oh, Timmy! Your control breaks.
Oh.
You slaver and kill and revel in blood. Are you your hunger? What are the last words of your closest friendly character, mortal or immortal, as you feast upon them? Change a beloved memory to a lie in which you murder to protect yourself. Create a skill which invokes the name of a dead character in a mocking way.
We have to change our name to Bigger Timmy, apparently. That's what Anthony Blythe said. We should call it.
I mean, I think we will after this.
Yeah.
I think
so. What do we have to do?
So. Oh my goodness! So we must now change a memory. So it turns out that a beloved memory, of which I think this is our only one, this time of Christmas with Timmy, it turns out was a lie all along. Let's cover this up. So we've actually revealed that this isn't how the story ended with Timmy. We didn't move to a new town and become a baker. It in fact was a lie.
Which part did it come alive though?
I
guess it can be anything. Yeah.
Yeah. So the whole thing could be a lie. It could be we killed Timmy the moment we met him, and we've been just pretending he's with us this whole time.
Let's say that. Sorry, Timmy. Say that he fell over he had a family, and he fell over in the street, and we picked him up, and then his knee was all bloody, and that gave us the thirst for blood, and we killed him. And then because it was so horrible, we created this alternate reality where he was actually an orphan.
He fell over in the street.
Because it's like that bit in Dracula, the BBC one, where he's like, and he bit of blood, and he's like, oh, poor Timmy. Back to the darkness again. Poor little Timmy.
Let's be honest, guys. We knew this was happening. We knew this was where it was going. That was so dark. So there's a few things we have to do. We have to cross off little Timmy.
Oh dear.
Little Timmy's gone. And now we have to... Do we have to lose a skill? No, we have to... We have to choose a new skill that is in somehow mocking about little Timmy. Maybe I hate hating Christmas or... Hey Peter, welcome to the stream. This is so weird. What's
Like,
okay? What
Can
are you
it be an item of his clothing, like a flat cap?
Well, it's a skill. It's not a resource.
Oh, okay.
Or it could be dressing as a. I mean, it could be dressing as a street urchin to mock his memory.
Yeah, why not? Just go around, go, hello, my name's Tim. Oh, well, we're in America, so my name's Timmy. Orphan draining. Apparently, that's what Chris Marsh said.
Oh my god. Oh, that's dark. All right, it's going in. So we're going to solve a problem at some point in the future by draining an orphan.
Jeez. Okay,
Oh,
next
God,
one.
come on.
7.
7. Okay. Working across. It's another time jump. Thank God. Gets away from this dark chapter of our lives.
I look at you like, oh, this is a really nice chapter. And then it went.
I was foolish. I was foolish to think it would end well.
Yeah.
Working across generations, you change the laws of society to your advantage. How do you bend leaders to your will? What do you change? Create a resource. Stop doing that in front of the camera, shouldn't I? So this is in the early days of. So I reckon we're up to. This is the
1700?
American Revolutionary War now. I reckon we're at.
Yeah.
So, and we're influencing the founding fathers to our own ends, or we could go back to Europe, and influence things there. But like a whole generation has passed.
Okay, so we influence them by. Do we use a skill?
So we have to. No, we don't. We just create a resource and we change one thing about the laws. So we get first. I guess first thing in this generation, as this time passes, are we going to stay in America or are we going to return home to England and hope that Chris Marsh has forgotten about it?
Chris Marsh says we become a founding.
We become one of the founding. All right, there we go. Right, so we need to forget a new. Got to forget another.
Okay.
Got to forget a memory. So it's probably.
I think the death of John Cena.
Okay. We forget about John Cena. So once again, we've forgotten about the fact that Chris is trying to. We've forgotten all the people Chris has sent to kill us. It's been a generation. It makes sense.
Yeah.
We also can't remember why we dress as Captain Hook all the time.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
So yeah, so that entire horrible saga with little Timmy played out while dressed as Captain Hook. Oh God. Bigger Timmy. So
okay, we start to discover multiple parts of America. We go on a journey, and I don't know how you become how do you become a founding father?
So you'd have to you'd have to fight in the Revolutionary War and be like,
well, we can rewrite history, so we just go peacefully around and go, hey, this looks cool, and then everyone refers to us as the guy that discovered, kind of like Christopher Columbus, but not in the really bad way. That we went around and we found all these different cultures, and the people in America refer to us as the man that brought all these cultures together.
So we make everyone friends again after the Revolutionary War. We bring everyone back together and we create peace.
Yeah.
Great. Because the American Revolutionary War, that famously undivisive war,
Yeah.
where everyone, both North and South, were totally happy.
Yeah.
With the situation.
course.
So what law? Hey, John Abner, how you doing, John? I'm afraid your art dealer got killed along with all
Yeah.
other Johns and has now been forgotten. But so
What law? That we all live in peace, but have to send the government, or actually have to send to a specific address, a vial of blood a month.
do we slip it into the Declaration of Independence?
yeah.
Turn it to a Nicolas Cage movie.
They have to-
Extolling peace. And
It's like really far down in the Declaration of Independence. The everyone has to send a vial of blood every month to this
Everyone?
everyone in America. And it's a specific address, like it's like a PO box that we pick up. Thus helping us be a vampire. So
This
we're going
will
the other
be-
way now.
Chris will be able to help us with this. You must have done your citizenship test by now. What's the what year is the Declaration of Independence? Because that is out of my wheelhouse. And I'm fairly sure PO boxes aren't around there. Maybe we invent PO boxes.
Well, you could just put it as an address and put it to our address in Virginia. Nobody knows why we have to send it to this address. It's just been in there. (1776) apparently was the.
There you go, 1776. That's where we are.
Cool. What do we do now?
Okay, so now we get to create a resource. What's the resource that we gain from manipulating
Blood bank.
an unlimited supply of blood?
Yes, good.
We shall forever be
Sustained.
An unlimited supply of patriotic blood. Well, that took it. This is gone very Assassin's Creed 3, hasn't it?
Cool.
All right, come on.
10, 2, 8.
8. Right, we're going ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, okay. Things are starting to pick up. It's weird how they all seem to link, isn't it? Isn't it great how they seem to become stories? Your vampiric state enables you to manipulate people across generations, using them to your own advantage. Create one stationary resource, not pens, like the resources that move, and one ostentatious resource that symbolizes your wealth and power. I mean, we've become
Well, I think this is a bit where we put the statue of us made of earwax, surely.
Yes, I feel it probably is. So I guess we live for. I guess we carry on living for a long time. Do we just pretend to be a line of the same people? It's all getting very conspiracy theory, isn't it?
Yeah, we're still bigger. We're still bigger, Timmy.
We're still bigger, Timmy, but we're still pretending to be the same person, even though loads of time has passed.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We're just really old.
Yeah.
We manipulate. by become fabulously wealthy by entering lots of competitions. We win. So what are our new resources? So obviously we're getting the statue, and then what's the stationary? So that's probably the stationary resource, isn't it?
Yeah.
So a
And the other resource is what?
So I'm replacing in our world the Statue of Liberty never exists. It's in fact a 100-foot tall statue made of earwax.
Well, that must need some tending to.
Give me
Brains.
huddled masses and their blood. And what's the other one? What's the that's the stationary one, I guess. Hey, Greg, give us an opulent resource. What's our fabulous new vice from becoming so wealthy?
Statue
isn't opulent.
Buying all of the coconuts in the world.
Every coconut, and then we have the trees ripped up so that they can grow no more and planted around. So all coconuts now belong to us. So become fabulously wealthy by investing in coconut oil early, very early. It's like the 1800s.
Yeah. Was 0 again.
Tremendous. What is it? 0?
Yeah.
Oh no, getting a lot of zeros. That's the one thing with this game. It does sometimes. I mean, I can tell why it takes so long. It's hard to go on.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's 5:20. We've been playing this for ages. We should start trying to bring this story to a close. We're getting towards. We're in this Victorian age now. Living off investments and rents makes you lazy and blunts your hunting edge. Check a skill that is cruel or grasping. Lose a skill related to creativity or effort. Gain a stationary resource that you didn't truly earn.
Money.
Okay. So we get the resource. So it's money, is it? Just loads of money.
Loads of money. Loads of money. Loads of money.
Loads of money. And then we lose a creative skill.
Bread making.
Bread
or
making.
ship knots. Actually, building a mecha suit out of twigs. That's pretty creative.
Okay, we forget how to make mech suits out of. Actually, it's not even checked. It's lost. Completely forgotten it. Become lazy. Forgotten how to build. Forgotten that time in the tundra when we survived by building a mech out of twigs.
Yeah.
And in fact, and then we need to check a cruel skill. We don't have a lot of cruel skill. Oh, orphan draining.
Yeah.
We become obsessed with draining orphans. We sit back in our. Sit back in a mansion of coconuts for hundreds of years, draining orphans and counting money like a late-night Scrooge McDuck.
Nice.
Okay, let's get us in. We're into. Let's say we do this until the 20th century. So we're into the 20th century now. We've been just living high, having manipulated the early part of American history. What happens next?
One.
Go back one. Two friendly characters become embroiled in a conflict. You become involved. Check a skill. Create up to 2 characters if you need, and say how you profit and gain a resource. We got loads of resources.
Oh. Okay.
It was an orphanage in New York. Oh no, in the early 1800s. Court of Eliza Hamilton. So this is now a Hamilton crossover, is it? Good. Okay, so which characters do we know? They're all immortal. They get involved in a tiff. So we've got Chris Marsh, who we know wants to kill us, but we don't remember why. We've got Duffy, the vampiric cook, who looks like Sean Bean and is the world's greatest hypnotist. We've got Anne Widdecombe, who has not been involved in this plot for nearly 1,000 years. And we've got Anthony the Mummy, who has been gone for about the same amount of time. So, which of these characters become embroiled in a conflict? It could be. Do you reckon? Like Duffy seems to know bits of our past that we've forgotten.
Yeah, let's do Duffers.
Do you reckon Duffers and Chris Marsh become embroiled in a battle?
Yeah.
I want to get Chris Marsh back into the game. Stu Jackson, Descendant, Cult, Civil War. Oh, that's quite good. The Stu Jackson cult. Yeah. Cult of Stu Jackson become a war. I think that's it. That's quite better. That's even better.
Stu Jackson.
So all of So all members of the cult of Stu Jackson are called Stu Jackson.
Yeah.
Our 2 new characters are Stu Jackson, who is the head of the Orthodox cult of Jackson, and Stu Jackson, who is the head of the heretic cult. So there is a schism within the cult of Stu Jackson.
This is like 200 years later as well.
Yeah, this is so much later. So they, we're into the Great War now. So presumably they end up on the wrong side. They pick different sides.
Yeah.
All right. I think this storyline should bring our story to a close. I think we need to try and steer it to a finish. Across the war, the Jackson War. So what do we forget? In order to remember the War of Stu Jackson, we could forget Stu Jackson himself. We could forget who these people are.
Never forget Stu Jackson.
Never forget Stu Jackson. So instead of that, we could forget we could forget that we ever were not in America. We could forget how we came to be in America. And once again, forget that we have the bones of Candace.
Yeah. Yes. Let's do that.
Oh, Candace. We forget Candace again. Still remember Timmy. Oh, we'll never forget Timmy.
Still remember.
War.
What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Right.
So they've descended into a war, which becomes the First World War. We get involved and we lose a skill, but we gain a resource, or we check a skill. So which skill do we use to manipulate the Great War?
The bread, the most finest bread they've ever tasted.
Bread making. So what we sell? Do we sell bread to both sides?
Yeah, but
Okay.
each one is different. Each one is we play
shit.
it off. Oh, what happened?
I may have.
Did you just close the document?
I didn't think so.
Uh-oh. And that's the end. And that's the end of...
Oh no!
okay.
Don't tell me that.
What happened?
Ends. Did I? Surely it's saved. Oh my goodness! There's so much tension. If that's how our story ended, with just the war broke out, and we sold some bread. Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but is it? Do we have all of it? Yes, we do. We're all right. We're all right, everyone. The war can continue.
Okay. 9 and 1, which makes it 8.
Okay, that's good. That'll take us further on. What do they give us after we sell bread to both sides in the Great War?
A hat.
Okay, I'm gonna. All right, so 8.
This is
1,
possibly the last one.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, war rages through the region you reside. You withdraw to a hidden retreat, waiting for it to pass. Lose a resource. So the war of Stu Jackson envelops the Jackson War comes to America.
I guess with the cult of Stu Jackson is we lose that
Yeah, I think so.
because they're all on their own now. They're doing their own thing. Stu Jackson.
All right. That's a nice, simple one. We lose the cult of Jackson. We're still carrying around the bones of Candace. We've got no idea what they are.
Yeah.
All right, let's do one final one to bring this story home.
7 and 3.
7.
So
4.
4.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 is the furthest we've gotten through it. Oh. So we fall into a deep sleep for 100 years. Strike out all mortal characters. Cheers, Anthony. Thanks for joining us. So then we fall asleep and we wake up. Okay, so all mortal characters. That would be the rest of the cult of Stu Jackson.
Yeah.
So I think probably. I think that's the end of our story.
That was a hell of...
For 100 years as the war rages outside. I wake in the year 2012 and Nick Fury recruits me into the Avengers.
Nice. Nice end to the story.
So there are in 1,000-Year-Old Vampire. There are about 100 different story prompts that you could roll. Each story prompt, or 100 different numbers you can roll. Each number has 3 different story prompts, and the highest we got to in that was 33. So across 2 days of playing it, 2 fairly long gaming sessions. So that, my friends, is the story of Biggest Timmy, who started off as Sir Manson Von Crisps in the year 1292, who hung out with Chris Marsh, who he then killed and turned into a succubus, which he then forgot. Used to hang out with Candace, forgot her, forgot about Old Stinky, never forgot Stu Jackson. Never forget Stu Jackson.
Never forget Stu Jackson.
The cult of Stu Jackson. He forgot Anne Widdecombe, who turned his head backwards and turned him into a vampire. He was imprisoned by Anthony the Mummy, but he forgot about Anthony the Mummy. He hired Matt Letty as a barman, got angry and killed Matt Letty and hid him in a pit of spoons, and then used John Abnett to cover up the crime. But he forgot that as well. John Cena tried to kill him, but he managed to kill John Cena with some crisps. Then John Abnett tried to kill him, and he killed John Abnett. Then all the famous Johns tried to kill him, and he fled to another country, fled to Norway, fled to Denmark, into the tundra, disguised as Captain Hook. The Age of Sail came along, and Manson Von Crisps, still called Manson Von Crisps at this point, he enlisted on a ship bound for the New World, sailed to the New World, arrived in Virginia, accidentally created another vampire in Duffy the cook, who he allowed to live because of how handsome he was. Duffy in return gave him the bones of Candace, but he forgot, he didn't know what they were, and he has now since forgotten who Duffy is as well. So doesn't remember any of that. We then had the thing he does remember was when he was taken in by little Timmy the orphan and taught the meaning of Christmas, and they settled down and learned to bake bread, and then it turned out it was a lie and he actually ate Timmy, and he's been pretending it was Christmas for years. He's now the only Timmy. We then became one of the founding fathers of America. We have changed the Declaration of Independence. We became fabulously wealthy, sat back and became rich off the coconut trade, until the war of the cult of Jacksons tore apart the country and enveloped the world in a brutal world war. We then fled from all of our trappings and went to sleep for 100 years, eventually joining the Avengers. That is our story. This was fun. This was too long, but it was. I really enjoyed playing this. We've barely scratched the surface. I'm going to go and play some more 1,000-Year-Old Vampire on my own, I think, because it sounds like so much fun. So I want to see how deep this game goes.
Yeah.
And we will come back next week, and we'll do something else. We'll do another live stream of some kind. We'll probably talk about some episodes next week. Do a bit of Danger Club stuff. I think. I don't know what we'll do. Maybe. Look at the adventures we've just done. I think got time to answer some questions, chat about some of the stuff that's come out, some of the Jesseps that have come out by that point, talk about some of the ones that will be coming out that we'll be recording tomorrow, which are going to be really good if we can get the tech sorted, because it's just sorting out all those mics. Anyway, this was fun.
Right.
I will see you later, Ross, and I will see all of you later as well.
Bye.
Vampire adventure. Bye.
Bye.